What's your name and what's the biggest green flag in a girl?
My name's Rohan. I'm from Kuwait. And my biggest green flag in a girl is when she goes to counseling to deal with her emotions or to help go through trauma. I think it's a capacity of having gone through something but also willing to grow as a person. I think is incredibly important. And when she has the commitment to better herself in that way, I feel like she's more willing to be a better human being in the future as well. And also, they're probably at least relatively open-minded.
Do you go to therapy?
Yeah, until I attended Michigan, I was solidly undergoing therapy, and I feel like I've been a much better person for it. Also, I feel like it's a commonality in a sense where you can understand what it feels like to talk to other people and be open about your emotions.
Why'd you decide to go to therapy?
I think one thing that I very strongly deal with is ADHD, as well as I've had to deal with the passing of a few friends in the past. And when I've been able to work through that kind of thing and work through my issues with emotional attachment, I feel like it's really made me a better person for that. And I'm very grateful that I had brown parents who at least acknowledged that mental issues were a thing. And so I took that opportunity and I decided to make myself a better person.
My name's Adi. I'm from Las Vegas, and I'd say my biggest green flag in a girl is if she's a doctor or if she's studying pre-med, because my family will only let me be a doctor or be with people who are in medicine, so it's basically a requirement.
My name's Bobby Palmer. Biggest green flag is when they don't snap a bunch of other guys, because it makes it seem like they're trying to get other dudes' attention over yours.
My name is Callie, and the biggest green flag in a guy is when they take accountability.
Why do you think that?
I think it's very important for a guy to own up to his mistakes, admit what he did wrong. I mean, girls too, but for guys, I feel like it's more rare to see them, be responsible for their own actions.
Did that ever happen to you?
Yes, it happened during, but then after he could admit that he was not a good boyfriend. And he's trying to change for the better, so good luck to his future girl for that.
Why wasn't he a good boyfriend in the first place?
He just wasn't there when I needed him. When I was at my lowest, he was gone.
My name's Alex, and the biggest green flag in a girl is having the same life goals as me.
What's your goal?
Good family, lots of money,
How much money do you want to make after college?
enough to support my family, maybe go on a few vacations, golf a lot,
How much would that be?
like 100,000, 200,000,
How much do you want your wife to make?
whatever she wants.
And my name is Hannes, and I'm from Germany. I like girls that are driven and have some real interest into specific things, and just don't be boring, be adventurous and try out new things.
What do you want a girl to be interested in?
Whether it be sports or traveling or having political interests or something like that. Just something that is a bit spicy, keeps you interested, and provides a lot of room for conversation and stuff.
What are you interested in these days?
Being from Europe right now, it's tough for us, with all the wars going on in the East. And at the same time, I'm going to business school here and applying for jobs right now. And also I'm traveling to Mexico next week and staying there for 1 month and planning my trip there.
Why are you going to Mexico?
Well, I'm an exchange student here, and my exchange is coming to an end, and I decided to go to Mexico and discover a bit South American landscape and people and culture and cuisine and so on.
I'm Becca, and I think a green flag is when he texts you, make sure you got home okay after a night out, because it shows that he cares about your well-being and that you're doing good.
Have you met a guy who didn't do that?
Yeah.
Were there instances where you ended up dating?
No.
Then were there an instance where a guy did that to you?
Yeah.
Did you end up dating him?
Yeah. But not because of that, but yeah.
I'm Sarah. My green flag that I can think of right now for a guy is fun socks.
Why is that?
It shows me that they're a little fun, and it's also something you can tell about them without having to interact with them, and it's more likely to approach a guy with fun socks.
Are you guys dating?
Yeah.
Can you show people your socks? Is that a good fun socks?
Yeah, he has lots of fun socks.
My name is Abraham. I think the biggest green flag is when a girl is studious, like an intellectual lady.
Why is that?
I think it just shows something nice about their character. When they are focused, they're able to put their head on the grindstone and work.
What if she's so attractive but doesn't know anything about common sense and common knowledge? What would you do?
Yeah, that's not gonna fly. I'm sorry.
Even Kylie Jenner.
No, I'm not rocking with Kylie Jenner.
My name is Oscar. The biggest green flag in a girl is when she's funny. I think it'd be funny when a girl makes dad jokes. Like if we were at a restaurant together and the waiter asked, "Do you need anything else?" and she said a pillow would be nice. I think that'd be funny.
My name is Hema, and the biggest green flag in a guy is if he's good with animals. Means he's probably a gentle person.
What if he's 10 out of 10 but doesn't like animals?
It's not gonna work. I'm trying to have a farm.
What animal are you trying to farm?
Donkeys.
Why donkeys?
I don't know how to ride horses, so I feel like I couldn't have horses, so I want a donkey.
Where do you think you'll start a farm?
It's a good question. I'm not sure.
But why'd you decide that you're gonna start a farm?
It's a good way to live out in the middle of nowhere. A couple animals.
I'm Patrick. My biggest green flag is someone who's just very joyful in all situations.
Why is that?
Having that joyfulness and positivity is very infectious, and it just brightens my day and just spreads positivity around to everyone.
Do you think you're a joyful person?
I try.
I'm Nehemiah. I think the biggest green flag is empathy. I just think empathy is a trait that's kind of hard to teach. It's kind of more inherent. So when you have empathy, you're more self-aware about situations and how other people feel. And I feel like that's a high level of emotional intelligence.
Can you give one example where she gives empathy?
When you're having a bad day and like you're ranting, if someone is aware or can kind of tell if you want comfort or actual help, I think that's very empathetic.
Who's your favorite celebrity?
Kate Upton.
Let's say Kate Upton is your girlfriend right now. 10 out of 10, but she has no empathy for you. What are you gonna do?
Well, I think I would leave. I'm not too connected to Kate Upton. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Emily. Biggest green flag is probably if they have a really big passion and they work for it and they're very passionate about it. I think that's a pretty good green flag.
What kind of passion do you want them to have?
I don't really have a preference. I just like when someone has something that they really care about.
What about playing games?
Games are cool. I don't really discriminate passions, just anything.
What are you passionate about?
I'm passionate about philanthropy, giving back, love altruism, things like that.
My name is Liv, and I think the biggest green flag, or the big green flag, is when he's nice to your friends, because then you know that he's a nice guy and he cares about more than just himself, and he really cares about getting to know you and getting to know the people that are close to you.
Let's say your friend is really cold and your boyfriend is wearing a jacket, and your friend is like, oh, I'm so cold. Do you want your boyfriend to, take off his jacket and give it to her?
If I'm not cold, then she can have the jacket, but if I'm cold, I get the jacket.
My name is Maddie. I would say that biggest green flag is a good sense of humor.
What kind of humor are you into?
I like witty humor. I really like Bo Burnham, John Mulaney, Nick Kroll, like that kind of stand-up comedy.
My name is Emmy, and I think the biggest green flag is being ambitious and having goals for himself.
What's your ambition?
So I'm studying computer science, and I'm hoping that after graduation that I get a job as a software engineer in like a big city. But I think having goals for what they want to do in the future, yeah.
Who's your favorite male celebrity?
Theo James.
Is he good looking?
Yeah.
Let's say he's 10 out of 10, but he doesn't have ambition. He's always lazy. What would you do?
Run away, probably.
My name is Abhi, and the biggest green flag in a girl is someone who's passionate about what they're interested in.
What's your passion?
Consulting.
My name is Advati, and the biggest green flag would be if I'm with a guy, then I need to make sure that he's kind not only to me but to others as well. And I would term that as being genuine. So as long as a guy is genuine, then that's a big green flag.
I have another question. Let's say your friend is really cold and she's saying, oh, I'm so cold, and your boyfriend is wearing a jacket. Would you let your boyfriend give the jacket to your friend?
Yeah, I would let him do that. Because I trust all my female friends and I trust my boyfriend as well.
My name is Sohi, and I think the biggest green flag is when they can communicate their feelings and when they know what they want.
Who's your favorite celebrity?
Oh my god, Chris Hemsworth. Why was that so hard?
Let's say he's your boyfriend right now, but he doesn't know how to communicate with you. Would you still date him? Once in a lifetime boyfriend.
Well, I feel like this is something you can fix though. I can tell him, communicate better. Tell me what you're thinking. So I would. If it's Chris Hemsworth, why not?
But what if he tries, but he can't make it better?
I feel like he should go to therapy at that point.
My name's Anusha, and the biggest green flag is when they're nice to their moms. I think that if someone's nice to their mom, then they have a good relationship with them and they taught them well.
What about when they don't have a good relationship with their siblings?
Oh, that's tough. I feel like siblings are different though, because age gaps and stuff. If someone's 10 years older than you, then you're not gonna have a great relationship with them, I guess.
My name's Evelyn, and I would say when he asked me for my phone number, not my Snapchat, because I feel like they want to actually talk to me and not just see pictures of me.
What about giving out Instagram?
That's a middle ground, I feel like. That's respectable.
My name's Georgia, and the biggest green flag in a guy is when he asks me questions about me and he's not talking about himself, and when he's interested about like my day. Because it just shows that he's like genuinely interested in me for me and isn't self-centered, I guess.
Who's your favorite male celebrity?
I like Ross Lynch.
Let's say he's your boyfriend right now, but he only talks about himself. What would you do?
I would break up with him. I won't put up with that. Good.
My name's Josh, and the biggest green flag in a girl is when she offers to pay, but is like fine not paying. After like lunch or something, she's like, oh yeah, do you want me to pay? When we're like, no, I'm fine. She's like, fine not paying.
So you don't like a girl who pays for your food?
Well, like I'd be fine with it, but like I just like paying. That way it's like just something that's normal, and it seems like she's being appreciative of that.
My name is James, and the biggest green flag is when people can set aside their pride for love.
What do you mean by that exactly?
Personally, my family has been torn apart by pride because my parents would put the image of the family and the image of me, and instead they would put love towards that and that pride instead of actual caring for me and what I'm thinking about. So if someone can reflect that and set aside their pride in order to be vulnerable or just be apart with me, that's the biggest green flag.
My name's Ani, and I'd say a green flag is when they're considerate and when they care and they like know what's going on and want to be like involved.
Can you give an example of that?
I do a lot of extracurriculars, and once I got a note on my car after I had an audition for something, and it was like, I hope your audition went well and everything, and I thought that was really nice.
What audition was it?
It was for an a cappella group my senior year of high school.
Are you good at singing?
Yeah.
What's your favorite song?
It's called Give Me a Minute by Lizzie McAlpine.
Can you sing like a verse of that?
Okay. Give me a minute, just one will do. I'll say goodbye to gossamer skies. I trade all I've got in my name for you instead of this pain.
My name is Shenshen, and I think the biggest green flag is when he treats his mother like respectfully and he knows how to treat his mom right. Because the end goal of dating is to get married, it will show kind of like once you're married how he will end up treating you, and if he knows how to treat women right, and if he's appreciative of what his mom does, he'll be appreciative of what you do when you guys are married.
I'm Justin. Biggest green flag, I think, is when they're nice to people. I think nice people are cool.
Can you give some examples?
Like they'll help random people, or they'll go out of their way sometimes to make the world a better place sometimes, I think, so.
My name is Daniel. The biggest green flag is if she's smart, and also if she has like an enthusiasm to make life interesting and fun. Also, like having a lot of different interests is cool. Someone who's like passionate about hobbies and passionate in life as well.
What's your passion these days?
On the hobby side, I like Chinese yo-yo, this thing. It's super fun. And on my career sides, I have ambitions to become a businessman one day. So yeah.
My name is Ginny, and I think the biggest green flag is when a guy can handle a frustrating situation without getting super angry.
Have you ever met a guy who couldn't handle the frustration?
Yes. So I'm in Taekwondo club, and you have to have a specific weight to compete in your weight class, and someone was like 10 pounds over his weight class. And then I noticed like a bunch of officers, they were handling it super well without getting like super angry at anyone, even though it's frustrating.
I'm Jimin, and I think the green flag, actually I've never got a green flag before, so I don't know how to answer it, like spend the time a lot, I don't know.
My name is Lucy, and my biggest green flag would be being really social and good with other people while you're around.
Why is that?
It's just like really attractive when you're hanging out with someone and then they know a bunch of people and they can talk to them and introduce you, and then you can have more friends.
What if he knows all the girls in your class?
I feel like I would be a little bit sussed out, not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna make any assumptions beforehand. Maybe he's just popular with the ladies.
Then would it still be a green flag?
I still think, yeah. I mean, if he's able to talk to different people, then I still think that's a green flag. So.
My name is Mellum, and biggest green flag I'd say is being goal-oriented. So just somebody who's independent, somebody who knows what they want in life, someone who's like sure of their future. So I'd say that's the biggest green flag.
Why is that?
It's nice to know that somebody's thinking about the future and somebody's like interested in something. I don't know.
What's your career goal?
I'm hoping to go to med school, but not really sure when or how. I'm just kind of working through that, so.
My name is John. Biggest green flag is when a girl remembers specific details from past conversations or dates. First day with my girlfriend, we went to a ramen shop place and we got, I think, some kind of tonkatsu ramen. Then a few months later, maybe a year later, we went to a different ramen place and just kind of like, hey, you remember, you like this ramen, don't you? And that kind of stood out to me.
My name is Ryan, and I was saying that I think the biggest green flag in a girl is hard work, like willing to put in effort in all parts of their lives.
Are you a hardworking person?
I try to be. I think there's always room to improve.
What are you working these days?
I'm working on a lot. I am majoring in astrophysics and probably double or triple majoring in computer science and or interdisciplinary physics. Interdisciplinary physics is like an extra class for me though, because I'm taking astro.
My name's Lorena, and I think the biggest green flag is that they're just a nice person. I'm in like a lot of STEM classes, and some guys just like think you're stupid. Then you ask a question, and then try to mansplain you, and it's like, okay, no, not that.
My name's Noah. Biggest green flag in a girl is when she's at the table and she puts her phone away.
When was the last time that you met a girl like that?
A year and a half, 2 years ago, yeah.
What would you do if she's so focused on her phone?
Just get up and focus on yourself. I mean, no point in wasting your time. She don't value your time, you just get up and leave. That's how I see life.
My name's Spencer, and the biggest green flag is a low snap score.
What's your snap score?
Like 300,000. So anything below that would be good.
What are you snapping that much?
Friends and random girls.
I'm Thomas, and I would say the biggest green flag is probably not being a picky eater.
Why is that?
Shows that the person is open to new things and just trying new things, and I think that's important.
What if a girl doesn't like to eat vegetables? That's a red flag?
I think it's important to get your vegetables. You might not want to eat them, but apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Lucy, and I guess the biggest green flag in a guy would be if he has a favorite book, because I feel like a lot of people don't really like to read, and I really like to read, and if you have a favorite book, it means you've like thought about it and why you like it, so yeah.
What's your favorite book?
Slouching Towards Bethlehem by Joan Didion.
Why do you like that book?
She's just a really good writer, and I appreciate her takes on different things. It's like a collection of essays, so it's kind of, I don't know, it's not really a book as so much as a collection, but I enjoy it.
My name's Sarah, and I think the biggest green flag is somebody who doesn't dump everything right away. I think that a lot of women do is like dump a lot of emotional intimacy, and it's the red flags. The biggest green flag is somebody who like can take it slow and like pace themselves.
Have you personally experienced that recently?
Not recently, but definitely I've been on both sides of it. I've been it, and I've also had it done to me. I think it's hard not to do sometimes because women are a lot easier to like open up to, but at the same time, it's like, calm down, calm down.
Do you remember exactly what the other person talked about?
It can be a lot of things. It can be like past relationships are pretty common, or like immediately telling all family history, immediately being like, oh, here's all my mental illness, here's all this. Yo, please calm down. This is a first date. So it can be a bunch of things.
My name is Trendy, and I like a guy who kind of like look me in the eyes when he's talking to me. So that make me feel like he's respecting me and he's confident.
My name is Elena, and the biggest green flag would probably be getting me flowers.
Have you personally gotten a flower from a guy?
Yes, I have, and it symbolized our friendship, and then later on, he got me different colored flowers to symbolize something else.
Do you remember what he got you?
He got me roses.
So what's happening with that guy? Are you guys dating?
No, we're friends. We're best friends.
My name is Ray, and the biggest green flag would probably be thoughtful gifts.
What do you think is a thoughtful gift?
Something that you just like don't really take into account and then out of nowhere just get you. For example, like I got my necklace from like a past girlfriend, and I used to wear one that was like all broken up and stuff. So she got me a new one just cause.
Are you guys still dating?
No.
You're still wearing the necklace?
Yeah, I mean like I have to go buy a new one, but like I just haven't gotten into tea.
My name is Ethan, and I would say the biggest green flag in a girl is if I can get along with her friends. Like, if she has good friends, then that's a huge green flag.
What would you do if you can't get along with her friends?
I'd probably talk to her about it, try to figure it out, but I feel like I'm a pretty agreeable person, so I can get along with most people.
My name's Isabella. Ethan kind of stole mine, but I was gonna say when a guy can like hold good relationships in their life, so like friendships, but also family relationships, I think it's like a good indicator of what's to come. Because then they can also build romantic relationships.
I'm Jenna, and I think a green flag is if they don't need to use Google Maps when they're going places.
Why is that?
I've just had people like use Google Maps getting like from my apartment to another place across Ann Arbor. I tell them the address, and it's when people like are directionally aware, I think that's just like a very good thing.
My name is Ben, and I really like it when someone can be authentic with you as if they've known you for a long time.
What do you mean by being authentic?
Making yourself more real of a person and not changing your personality so that someone is not able to know you as well.
How would you know if someone's being real or being authentic?
When you make yourself vulnerable in the conversation and someone reciprocates, it's a huge sign of that.
I'm Shruti. I would say the biggest green flag is not being arrogant.
Can you give some example of an arrogant guy?
Someone who brags about their accomplishments and kind of makes you feel bad about yourself.
My name is Sophia, and I think the biggest green flag in a guy is when they can hold a conversation without just saying, "What are you doing?" or "You up?" or "How's it going?" Like if they can ask you a real question. And then second, if they have soft hair, because that means like you use conditioner. Like that's good.
My name is Sierra, and the biggest green flag in a guy is when he listens and kind of execute off that. I don't like people who listen to what I have to say or things that I like and like don't do anything with that information. Someone who listens to what you have to say and then do things based off that information, hearing the things you like and doing those things, that's a huge green flag to me.
What's something you want to tell a guy about yourself?
Be patient. Be extremely patient. I'm still learning how to walk through life too.
My name's Juliana, and I would say the biggest green flag in a guy for me personally is if they love their mom and just respect their sisters. I feel like I can get a huge say about how the man I'm going to be with is based on how they treat their sisters. I love my mom to death. She recently passed away, and being able to see him at least like respect his mom just fills my heart almost. Yeah.
My name is Vladimir, and the biggest green flag in a girl is probably like treating service workers with respect, even if they mess up, just because in the end, like they're just doing their job and they're not really in control of the situation most of the time.
My name is Jordan, and biggest green flag in a guy when they're not super pushy and they're very respectful of boundaries and just actually listen to you. Like you're out, or if some guy approaches you and like wants to pursue something and you're just not really about it, like they actually listen and they kind of take the hint that you're not super interested.
What kind of hint would you give to a guy if you were in that situation?
I would just try to walk away, be like, oh, like my friend's over there, I'm gonna go say hi. And then if they just kind of keep following you, it's a little awkward.
My name is Parina, and I think the biggest green flag in a guy is respecting girls how they would respect their sister or mom, and like princess mentality. I think every child should do that, but I think it means more when it comes from like a male figure.
My name's Ananya, and I'd say the biggest green flag is just respecting family in general. I think especially your mom, because I think it's hard to always prioritize your family, but staying true to your roots really says a lot about what you prioritize and just the type of person you are in general.
What about respecting their dad?
Well, I think you should always respect your parents, but I feel like moms always have more to say, and so just respecting your family in general is really important.
My name is Brianna, and I'd say the biggest green flag in a guy is when they care about school. It shows that they have their priorities straight, and I just find it like a good thing that they, yeah.
What if he prioritizes his school over you?
I'm a freshman. Like, if you're a freshman and you're prioritizing school over a girl, you probably should be doing that, honestly. But it doesn't mean that, like, I would appreciate that, you know?
I'm Claire. The biggest green flag is if they use sunscreen moisturizer. I associate sunscreen moisturizer with like maybe they go to therapy, maybe they go on like mental health walks, maybe they do their homework. Because if they take that step, they probably got the rest of it put together.
What's your skincare routine?
I switched between two cleansers. One is medicated.
Do you know the brand?
Panoxyl. And I use the ordinary salicylic acid. Then I use a sunscreen moisturizer. And then at night, like a heavy cream.
Is it working for you?
No.
I'm glad you asked. My name's Annalie. The biggest green flag in a guy is when they can confidently and accurately locate the clitoris.
Why do you think that's a green flag?
Actually, maybe like there needs to be some uncertainty. Like, is this the clitoris or is it not? I don't like confidence. You need to like...
to like always be reinventing yourself and always searching, because the clitoris is not a destination, it's a constant goal. It's not something that can be achieved. It's something that should be worked towards.
My name is Natalie. The biggest green flag in a guy is good with kids. That's really not exciting compared to the being able to find the
The biggest green flag in a guy is when they can confidently and accurately locate the
but good with kids is definitely a good thing.
Why do you think that?
Because it shows that they're like caring and they could be like husband material.
My name's Allie, and the biggest green flag is when they actually text you back.
My name is Yulia, and the biggest green flag for me is someone who cares about people around them, not just their significant other, but family and friends too. They check in with them and like really show they care.
Why do you think that?
I just think it's really nice to see when people care for like people around them in several aspects of their life, not just their significant other. I think it shows that they genuinely care for other people and want what's best for them, and I think that's a really important quality for a partnership for me.
My name's Lauren, and the biggest green flag, I think, would be passion and interest in others' passions. It shows that they're very committed and they have like a trajectory for their life. And then when they're passionate about others' interests, I feel like that just shows that they're really listening and very empathetic with what you're doing.
My name's Watson, and I think the biggest green flag in a girl is confidence. Someone that's really confident in like what they do and I guess like how they present themselves.
How would you know if a girl is a confident person?
Just like the vibe, the way they carry themselves.
Why do you like confident girl?
They're just more fun to hang out with, I guess, so.
So you're not the type of shy girl kind of vibe, you know?
I love all women. I'm a woman lover. So yeah.